Gunline. Fire mission coming down. I'm your host, Lopez, and you're listening to the On the Gunline podcast, where we shoot the shit like we did in the past. If this is your first time listening to us, I want to go ahead and ask y'all to go ahead and do me a favor and slam on that motherfucking like button and hit that subscribe, y'all, so y'all never miss one of my episodes. Because you know what? If you miss out on what's going on in the Gunline, you're missing out in life. Anyways, so today we got with us our boy Urena, our other boy Hunt. Oh, I'm sorry, our other man Hunt. I don't want to say boy. I know that's racist. And also, I got our Texican, who's Mexican. This motherfucker probably needs a bouncing ball when he talks because he talks so fast. There it is. Oh, and he's drinking a beer. Never mind. But anyways, we got our homeboy Sanchez here today, and Sanchez is back from back in the day, 277 FA. You were in Delta Battery 122, right?
Yep.
Yes, sir. That's stuff. Good stuff.
The dog pound, man.
There you go. Hellhounds, baby, hellhounds. Anyways, with that said, what's going on, y'all? First things first. I want to fucking throw this out there. Let's try not to kill anyone. All right? Let's try not to fucking bring any names of people that might die. We fucking talked about old Betty, and old Betty kicked the bucket, y'all.
Watch this. It's Morgan Freeman's next, man.
Shit.
Morgan Freeman is next. Morgan Freeman will not make it past March.
He's pushing it. He's pushing it.
I'm thinking Clint Eastwood.
Oh yeah, he's going too,
it's
man.
about his time.
Yeah, he's old as hell.
Yeah, he is. What do you think, Sanchez? We already lost Vicente.
Or Tommy Lee Jones.
That's the one I was.
Men in Black.
I was just.
Men in Black guy.
That's what I was just about to say.
What
I was just about to
fuck?
say that.
Dude, that's some crazy shit right there, man. I mean, are we wishing?
It's like we're playing bingo right now.
It's the wheel of death, y'all. I need to make one. Like the wheel of death. Who's next? I mean, it seems like the motherfucking queen is outliving all of them, y'all.
Drinking them babies.
Yeah.
Eating babies and shit, right? But yeah, Sanchez asked specifically to be put on today because he wanted to discuss some of the shit that we discussed on one of the podcasts prior. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that, man. We ain't getting heavy yet. We're at the beginning. Now, I do owe someone a topic, all right? And that's our good friends over at the Average Joe podcast, Average GI Joe podcast. Damn, I keep fucking up his goddamn podcast. But our homie Adam was asking about terminology that we have in the Army as well as artillery, because not only do we have a different type of jargon and terminology and slang in the Army, but in the field artillery as well, we have different fucking sayings and phrases and names. For example, our platoon sergeants, other places call them platoon daddies and whatnot. We call ours Smoke.
Okay.
Old Smoke Man. You know what I'm saying? That's Smoke Man right there. Now, you can ask 10 E7s or 10 platoon sergeants in the Army, in the field artillery, where did the term smoke come from? And you will get 10 different answers. All right. I remember asking Smoke Norwood. All right. Oh, Billy Ray Norwood. Smoke, if you listen to this, I hope you remember. I asked him, Smoke, where does the name Smoke come from? And he said, what you mean where it come from? Because we the ones that smoke your ass. That's why. And then our buddy Holguin was like, so why do they call you Smoke? Why should we just call you Flowers? I'm like, flowers? What you mean flowers? You know what? I'm gonna smoke you right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the ones that I heard. Another one that I heard about Smoke is gonna be that back in the field artillery days, we got Sanchez with his kid right there. Back in the old Civil War field artillery days, there would be the platoon sergeant walking around with a fucking cigar, lighting up the fucking wick to fire the cannons. To me, that sounds like bullshit. But let's talk to the one Smoke we have in here. Old Smoke Man right here.
Let's go, huh?
Smoke, where did the term smoke come from?
So my understanding is from Google, because I had to research this shit too, man. Right?
Oh, great Google.
And from some legitimate sources. So the majority of the background, and this is all hearsay, right? Because I'm never going to find the right answer. But what I stick to is the fact that in the old days, when they used to use ball artillery, they used to fill charges and stuff. But so there would be like an excess amount of charges, like we do right now, like charge bags, right?
Right.
So you'd see all the cannons firing and stuff. And in the back, I guess you'd see the one man burning all the smoke. He was delegated down to like the platoon sergeant, I guess, right? So he'd burn all the charges.
Oh.
And then, so all you'd see when you look back there is just like a plume of smoke and the silhouette of the man that's standing right there with the charges. So they just call the guy Smoke because it was like the platoon sergeant.
Okay, so I made up my own theory, and it's something like that. I made this theory up back in 2007 when I was in Korea. And it followed me to 2008 in Fort Stewart. And I remember in Fort Stewart mostly because that's where I started using it. So I believe that the term smoke came from the platoon sergeant being in the back of the gun line. And after the cannons fire, you know, and they're looking for the platoon sergeant, they would point to the back where all the smoke was floating to. And he'd be like, yeah, he's over there in that smoke area. So we just call him Smoke from that point forward. Hey, that's what I stuck with, and that's what I used. Like I said, man, you could ask 10 different people, you'll get 10 different answers. You know what I'm saying?
I heard that before. I just don't agree with it because the smoke usually comes from the front of the gun.
Depends which way the wind's blowing.
Then the whole section would be called smoke because like they're covered
no,
in
because
smoke
after
before.
you fire, the smoke's gonna keep going to the back, fool.
But they pass the section as it moves towards the back, so you might as well just call the section smoke as well. Like,
well, but he's called Chief of Smoke at the end of the day, right? That's where
chief of section, chief of firing platoon.
No, Chief of Smoke. It was in the motherfucking in the artillery Bible.
Chief of Smoke?
Yes.
Damn it, man. You know what?
You know what? I'm gonna research that shit for y'all. All right, but that's one of the jargons that we use. And then for our assistant platoon sergeant, Hunt and I got into this discussion actually last week. Now, if you're in mechanized artillery on a Paladin, your gunny is just useless. He's ash and trash. All right, and he's a powder burner for the most part. Let's be real. In that, and you're gonna go and fucking go pick up chow. That's about all, man. But if you're in real artillery, you're a real gunnery sergeant. Because, hey, Hunt, what was we saying? If you a gunny, you hopping and popping, baby, because you about to go lay them weapons. And after you
gotta go do advon, and then fucking you're gonna go to get advon. Well, gunny's gonna take advon. Yeah, then you're gonna be there for a minute. Then gunny's gonna call for the advon, and then y'all gotta roll out to the next Papa Alpha. Get ready to set up and bring the guns in and get ready to do that shit all over again.
Mm-hmm. Hey, it could be 3 o'clock in the motherfucking morning. Once you start hearing those fucking words of march order, damn. Oh, anyways, good times. I fucking hated Advon, and I did it as I did it as an E5, as an E6, because when I was gonna become a 119er chief, I wanted to make sure I understood every position. You know what I mean? Because there is no Advon in fucking in mechanized. You get a fucking move order and you're gone. You know what I'm saying? So there's not really a fucking
it's supposed to be, but we never did it.
I'm about to get my ass chewed. I see some anger. Ow!
It's supposed to be, but like we never actually did it. Like everybody was just comfortable with just all right, we're rolling out as a whole.
Mm-hmm. But look, let's be real. Again, a gunnery sergeant and mechanized is not a gunnery sergeant. They're a 5988 motherfucking. They're a glorified mechanic. That's what they are. Oh, I kill me. So that's another term. Now, all of us here, I don't know if it's an army term or if it's just artillery term, but let's say you're the gunner, right? And you need to bump those trails a certain amount to get it onto the collimator, get that sight picture. So what do you tell the hands-on trails? You tell them to bump it how hard?
TT.
TT. TT left, TT right. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Hell
Get
yeah.
that
Titties.
tiny touch.
The move left and right.
Like the titties. I think
Titties
Hunt
to
and
the
I,
left to the right.
we came up that we decided that it was tiny touch.
Yes,
A
that's
tiny
what I
touch.
was always. That's what my assumption it was, just tiny touch. The
No, it's
TT.
actually it actually means turn trails. So TT, turn trails.
See?
No, I'm just
Sounds
kidding,
like
but
smoke.
it
It sounds like smoke
fake.
over here.
That's
What
fake.
about
You
you?
should have had your glasses on. You should have had your glasses on with that one.
Fake.
Well,
Yo.
actually,
So
There we go.
so it means turn trails.
Turn trails.
No,
What
it's
about
not
hey
true.
hey
Not true.
Sanchez? In
What's
the
up?
S1 world, do you guys say TT? Like, I mean, will you guys say like, can you wait a TT while I get your lead form
No.
lost?
I'll be like,
Ju-
shut the fuck up and wait a minute.
This motherfucker has to be the most assholeish, angry, goddamn S1 person in the world.
Actually, no. Me and my right now my brigade is one. He's a prior infantry guy.
Mm.
So both of us get along, and we were in first brigade too, first cap before, so we know each other, and we're the most assholes.
So wait, when
Nah,
were you,
we're
in,
nice.
you were in 581?
No, 5'8", 5'8".
You were in
Bobby
58.
Deuces.
You were 582
Dragon.
S1?
Yep.
Ah, okay.
We Weimer was there, Juarez was there, fucking Peters was there.
Well, let
Fucking
me
cool.
tell you what is
I knew everybody.
one and Hunt. If
Yo.
there's an artillery term that you love the most that you will never forget, what is it?
Wolf pussy.
Wolf pussy. Gotta love wolf pussy. How about you, Urena?
Yeah, man. I don't know where cunt hair. Cunt hair.
Cunt
turn
hair.
it-
Hey, that is a unit of measurement. God damn it.
Yeah.
Cunt hair off. You know, and wolf pussy, for those that are not of the artillery world, wolf pussy is what you choke on. What we were talking about earlier, the smoke.
Get smoke.
You will choke on those gases, baby, if you ain't fucking doing it right. God damn. Let your motherfucking driver in the Paladin, if you're in there, not turn on the fucking exhaust when you're fucking firing those goddamn rounds and it starts choking up in it. Oh, fuck, that shit sucks. Firing those 5 hotels. Oh man. Anyway, so that's
I know.
another one. So what about you, Sanchez? What artillery terms do you remember from back in the day?
Smoke, man. I think smoke like the most. They was still like the one that I still like remember a lot.
Yeah,
You know, because it was long as time ago.
yeah,
And, you know, now like different job, I learn different shit.
right.
And then especially with me, because you know I worked with artillery. I'm in the squadron before with the tankers and shit, and then now with the engineering, and they got like so different terminologies. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I have like the slang.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, one of my favorite acronyms, if not the favorite acronym, Fifi.
Oh yeah, man. Fuck it. Fire
Fuck
that
it.
bitch.
Fire it. Fuck
Hey,
it.
right or
Fire it.
wrong,
That's
it's
my
gone.
shit. It's gone. Right or wrong.
That's
bitch
another
is
one.
Gone.
That bitch gone, man. Fuck it.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. So
What is Big Sky, Little Bullet?
okay, never heard that one.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh
Big
shit.
Sky, Little Bullet. Yeah,
I'll
that's
tell
one of my. You know who told me that, right? Your drill sergeant told me that.
Showmaker.
Yep.
Hey, fool.
Because you know he used.
No, I was gonna tell Sanchez because Sanchez knew Showmaker because
Yeah.
we were in the same platoon, same battery.
That
And
motherfucker was my first sergeant, man. At Fort
What?
Sill. Yeah.
I mean, you know, that motherfucker was smart as hell.
Dude, like I love that dude to death. Like I can tell y'all a story. I'll have to tell y'all a story. Like it's fucked up. It is. But like when he first took over, right? I was like, hey, first sergeant, hey, when you get time, do you mind looking over my packet? That motherfucker literally stopped what he was doing. Keep in mind, he just got to the battery. He just took over. Completely stopped what the fuck he was doing. He was like, pull up a seat, Sergeant Hunt. I was like, first sergeant, I can wait. I know you're busy. He was like, nah. This is my job. This is what I love doing.
that's
Stopped exactly what the fuck he was doing. And he was like, all right, hey, listen, man. This needs to get fixed. Go send this to S1 and hopefully you make it, brother. And I was like, oh man, damn, this is pretty dope, man.
dude. Showmaker.
I didn't make it though.
Oh. he didn't make your show, did he?
No, you could do, man.
Yeah, he is. I'm telling you, when we were in basic training, when he was my drill sergeant, bro. I remember when he walked in there, he had his fucking, because he had some guns on him, right? And he would make his motherfucking shit just roll back and forth. And he would always tell us, he was the CS fucking NCO. I remember that. He's like, hey, private, tomorrow you're going to the gas chamber. Is it gonna kill you? Nope. But you're gonna wish it did. Like, what the fuck, dude? And then he was like a fucking human Rolodex of ARs. There was this one time where he was like, you guys can go ahead and try to go and do some mutiny. And that falls under Article A, something R, mutiny and sedition. And I don't know what the fuck, dude. He was just spitting shit out like a goddamn, I don't know what to call it, dog. I don't know what to call it. It was just,
I think he had like the people fucking like just look at the book and memorize shit like that. Everything they say.
call him autistic.
Yeah, no, the one that
photographic memory.
Photographic memory.
Yeah, it could. Well, not only that, but drill sergeants do have to fucking learn a lot of shit verbatim, and that was probably the only AR that he remembered verbatim and decided to spit it out. You know what I'm saying?
But it sounded good.
It did sound good, bro. But you know what? Shit. He was an intimidating motherfucker, but he turned out to be cool as fuck. I ran into him in Afghanistan, man. He came, they landed, and he was like, don't I know you? I'm like, Roger Drill. I still call him Drill Sergeant. And then he was like, you were one of ours, wasn't you? And I was like, yeah, Delta Battery 122. He's like, yeah, we were assholes to y'all. Like, yeah, I remember Drill Sergeant. I remember he was cool as fuck, man. He was really cool. And I did like hearing that future event that happened with you, Hunt. You know, it just goes to show that leadership, you know, it did exist at one time where we emulated our first sergeants. And you know, it's funny because I was going to get into that a little bit later, but that's going to definitely be a topic. I had that written down here as a topic, if there's still leaders that we wish to emulate. But before we go there, are there any other fucking terms in the artillery or army world that people might hear in the civilian sector and be like, what the fuck are they talking about?
I don't know, man. Like,
so for artillery, I've heard shooting biscuits as one of them. I don't know. I never heard that.
Smalls.
Huh?
Smalls. Like, what's up, Smalls?
Smalls?
Yeah.
I guess I never heard that one. But
no,
no,
I haven't.
Yeah.
Huh.
Man, I feel so bad. Like, I got to get back to this, right? Because this is kind of fucked up.
All
like
right.
I said, I did praise First Sergeant Showmaker. But there was an incident that happened, right?
All right.
Yeah. So I was supposed to be sitting. I don't know what happened, man. I was pissed off. It was my fault. I was pissed off. And I didn't get help. I was supposed to be setting some shit up for graduation for all these fucking lieutenants, right? And I needed help setting this shit up, man.
Right.
And no one was helping me, so I was like pissed off. There's supposed to be people helping me. And I took it out on him, man. Like, I was inside the TMP and he came and he was trying to talk to me. And I was like, well, First Sergeant, how about you let me be a good house and finish this fucking job? Yeah. Yeah. Like, it's fucked up. I felt bad because he was shocked. That's it.
What did he say?
He was just shocked. Now the next day is a different story. Next day, next day, like I got that business.
He let you relax a bit, and then he just fucking broke it down on you.
Yeah, man, it's crazy because like one of my best friends, she was my supply sergeant, and like he was like, yo, he wouldn't told her because she reminds me of the story. He was like, you'll never believe what he just told me, and she was like, and she was like, yo. She's like, Hunt, you an asshole for that one. Like, that man was hurt. Like, he was really hurt about what you said.
Damn.
I was like, damn, man, I know, man. I feel bad as fuck, man. I did apologize. But he gave me that business, though. He gave me that business.
Dude, he could get wild, bro. He could get wild. So, all right, cool. I guess that's it for the artillery jargon and the military jargon that we have. Hope we entertained y'all with that. Gunny. Again, Gunny is a gunnery sergeant. Usually a platoon sergeant, assistant platoon sergeant. It's just that's in the artillery world. We don't mean it as in the fucking E7 platoon sergeant status as in the Marine Corps crayon eating motherfuckers. You know, that's them. They're gunnery sergeants, master gunnery sergeant, and you know, whatever fucking master Crayola sergeants, whatever.
No, so they go gunny, master gunny, and then or they're gonna go from gunny to first sergeant. So before they become EA,
Goddamn.
they gotta choose a path. But as an E6, they choose a path. They're gonna go first sergeant or you're gonna go master sergeant. It's like two different routes they do. There's not like one. They gotta pick which one the fuck they want.
Oh no shit. So they don't do both like they do. One will stay
No.
more admin and one will be more on the troop, on the line, is what it sounds like.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And they gotta pick that as an E5, E6 on the career path.
Nice.
Because like as first sergeant, they gotta go like a drill, and you're gonna say master sergeant, you go to recruit side. So it's like different.
Dude,
I know every,
that
different
makes
animal.
fucking sense. Yeah.
I
Holy
come from
shit.
fucking maps. I work with the Navy and Marines, Air Force, Space Force too now. I work with everybody.
Fucking Space Force.
Yeah.
Dude. So let's go ahead and move on to that next question then. Hey, if you guys have any artillery words out there or any field artillery jargon or army jargon, or what jargon do you have in your branch just specific to yours, let us know, man. Hit us up on the gunline@gmail.com or over on the Facebook or on the IG for the On the Gunline podcast. Anyway, so once again, if you're still here with us and you're managed to pass the first brunt, let's go ahead and move into one of those things that actually got touched on, which was leadership. What is expected out of a leader. And when I say leader, I don't just mean in the officer ranks. I mean more in the NCO ranks. I really can't attest or speak to the officer ranks because I was not an officer and I did not want to emulate any of my officers. I wanted to emulate my NCOs. Nothing against the officers. It's just that I knew that college was not in my future, and anyways, I wonder, just a quick question. Should there be a kind of like what Sanchez was talking about, maybe a path to go OCS when you hit the the senior ranks? When you go to E7, you get that choice of going maybe becoming a lieutenant or sticking to the NCO Corps. You don't think so? Why not, Irina?
No. All right. All right. If you create something like that, everybody's going to go for the higher paying one.
But not everybody's qualified for it.
But no, but you're saying that like once you hit the certain mark, right, you can progress further and go this way or go that way.
Right, but there's got to be a standard that you have to hit. Obviously, you can't just be like.
I think.
Go ahead.
So for that one, so I think yes, but no. So if let's say go that way, I think if you hit like in E7 as 20 years, but if you like E7 14 years, then it's no, because then you wanna make captain. You make captain, but you wanna make after captain after like so many years. You gotta stay longer in the army. So and then you need to have like at least a master's degree. So master's degree, and then you can choose your path and make it 7. Because I think it'd be bad for the Corps, because even now a lot of seniors, like as soon as they get they get the list, they like most qualified or they automatically put the warrant packets. A lot of people put the warrant packets at the time. I know, like for 42, that's like you make the list and they put the warrant packets because they want to make the money to make retire CW2 or 3 because of the money. So only some people stay. Yeah.
I don't think
it'd be a good path for that one.
Go ahead, Urina.
You're gonna dilute the product, man. Like what quality of the attitude towards somebody that didn't choose to go the officer route is going to be negative, because now you're going to look at your first sergeants like, oh, you weren't good enough to be a fucking LT. What the hell's wrong with you? And stuff.
I don't know about that, because I mean, go ahead, Hunt.
Some people, you have those people that just all they want to do is just be a non-commissioned officer. They want to be a leader. Yeah. They want to be a non-commissioned officer. Then you do have those people that are like, okay, well, I want to be a officer. Now, this is what I think. I think it should happen because let's face it, you have these brand new 20-something-year-olds coming straight from college that just went to OCS or ROTC and really have no experience. But you could get somebody in there that has a little bit of life experience in the Army and a little bit of leadership qualities, potential good leadership qualities, to actually go in there and affect real change. And people that have been on the enlisted side to understand that, like, yo, enlisteds get shit on. And if I can do something about it, at this level right here, to show the enlisted people that, hey, there's the officers that support you. You at least have one that supports you and will, help progress you in your career too. I think that it is not a bad idea, man.
Are you saying that as like the system that we have now, or if you want to go that route, you did college, then you become an officer, or that the only way to be an officer is if you have enlisted experience? Is that what you're saying, or what?
No. I got what you're saying. You know what? I forgot they do actually have that route to even where, like, you know, hell, I know a fucking specialist that just commissioned.
Right, green
He's
and gold.
doing fucking, yeah,
but,
he's doing
but on that one, yeah. But on that one, I think we should change the rules. You know, like right now, like E4s, you know, E3 sometimes can go that route. I think there should be at least becoming E6 and go that route, especially for like, you know, so that way they have more experience as an NCO, so they have the leadership experience. You know, we do it now because I know like one of my lieutenants, he was E6, now he's a lieutenant, and man, he thinks so different. You know, he actually knows how to like he says something he's late as an officer now, but he knows like, you know, from NCO's background, like, hey, we should, you know, like also listen and actually, you know, give advice to his platoon sergeant. So, like,
Let me ask you.
things.
Let me ask you. Do you all think that that soldiers, both enlisted and officer, they look when they emulate, or not emulate, but when they have like heroes per se, when they're looking for like somebody that they want to be like, are they looking at a senior NCO or their first line leader, or are they looking like to their 04, 05 field grades and above? You know what I'm saying? To emulate. Like for myself as a private, I always looked at my chief was the very first person I wanted to emulate, and then from there it was my smoke, but for sure the top of the line was my first sergeant. First sergeant Brenton was to me the epitome of what a first sergeant NCO was. So I never looked at the officer corps. I couldn't tell you any officers' names aside from Lieutenant Sandersola, Captain Sandersola. That's the only one that I really remember. You know what I mean? But I can remember all my NCOs. Now, do you think that's because I was on the enlisted side, or what do you think, Irina?
I think that we are naturally, if you're trying to emulate somebody, you're naturally going to go towards the most squared away person in the room. And that could be a corporal, that could be a sergeant, that could be a fucking specialist even. I've seen some specialists that fucking make fucking NCOs look like trash. Like the way you conduct yourself, you carry yourself, the way you command, like your presence commands the respect of the room when you enter it. Dude, you could be whoever you like. I've met so many E5s that were more squared away than fucking first sergeants, and I've seen a couple officers that fucking, you know, maybe they were prior enlisted or something at one point, but these dudes carry themselves a certain way. You look at that and you're like, dude, that dude, I want to get to where that person's at. Even if you outrank the person, sometimes you're like, fuck, man, this dude's fucking squared away and stuff. So it depends on the person.
So let me ask y'all something. And this goes back to one of my usual it ticks me the fuck off. And if it's one topic that will get me heated all the time, it's fucking uniforms, man. It's fucking uniforms. You know, it goes to the leadership as well. Because leaders, I find it that if you look good, you fucking feel good. You know what I'm saying? To me, there was nothing better than fucking getting my motherfucking BDUs, opening those motherfuckers. Let me not even say open, cracking them open because how heavily starched they were. All right. And then fucking putting on, making sure that you got the right one with the right one, not putting the summer blouse with the fucking winter bottoms. You look chewed up like motherfucking bubblegum. Anyway, and I felt fucking like a soldier. You know what I'm saying? I felt like a fucking soldier. Meanwhile, I'm going through Facebook and I'm seeing a ceremony and I'm seeing these gentlemen and ladies or whatever the fuck they are there, either way, in uniform, and they look like they were chewed by a motherfucking cow and shit out their ass. That's how raggedy ass their motherfucking uniforms looked. All right. It looked like it was chewed, spat out, ate up, shit out. All right. Can we do something about these fucking uniforms?
I don't know, man. Look, I think that the Air Force might be onto some shit, man. Like, have you seen their new fucking standards that they're doing? Like, they're allowing soldiers to walk have their hands in their pocket. Like, they don't have to tuck in their t-shirts during PT. They have morale patches. They can wear the ball caps and shit. Like, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, bro. I mean, you could have gauged earrings now too. I mean, hey, you know what? You want to go that undisciplined, shitty route? Go ahead, man. More power to you. But if you want to look like a motherfucking soldier, I guess go be a Marine, because it seems like they're the only ones that give a fuck about their uniforms nowadays. Go ahead,
So
Sanchez.
I know for experience, especially me, I work with every motherfucker in the fucking army. So they come with arms. I think they have more pride. Even me and my soldiers now. Like, so for example, my soldiers, when I got to the office 6-7 months ago, man, their uniforms were like, they were good, but like not stars. They can like see the fucking Becker on it. Now all my soldiers have like fucking so in, and I didn't make them. I just told them, recommend it. If you don't fucking do it, you know, make it happen anyways. So, but I think like I have seen in as my career that I think like the square way is like for soldiers like to look good is combat arms. Like,
combat
like,
arms will
I'm
always
telling you right
have
now, like they do. Like even me now, the one my shit starts. My soldiers now start doing it, but like I seen all the 42s, 68s, 25. The more you can say they work in the office, like they don't they don't take pride on the uniform. Like,
Go ahead, Urena. You look like you got something to. You need the glasses on for this one. You like you get the glasses.
All right. This is gonna hurt. All right. Okay. It's
right.
easy. It's easy to live in the past sometimes, right? Because I came in BDUs to shine your
Yes, you
boots.
did.
I got my ass dusted off my first formation at a normal unit outside of basic training because I shined my boots the way I was taught in basic training, which is not the way a unit expected you to shine your boots, which was I better see myself in the reflection of those boots.
Right.
Everything looks like piss. I can't see. All right. So, but those aren't the days anymore, man. Like when we got the ACUs in 2006, and they started going mass in 2007, widespread to everybody. They went on sale like January of 2006. I can't really remember, but around that time, the ACU started coming out. That's when you started seeing people do away with like Sargent and Preston and stuff. Some old schools still try to like keep it alive by pressing their digital ACUs and stuff. Couldn't do anything about the boots except make sure that they were clean or whatever. And then as generations came by, the ACUs turned into multicam, and then multicam comes around. You've got generations of E7s, majors, lieutenant colonels, and stuff that didn't grow up in that spit shine generation. They don't know anything about it.
Right.
So they don't associate unit pride and motivation and being squared away with your outward appearance. Now it turned into what can you do on the job, technical knowledge, and all that stuff. If I'm being real, because I did rock some pressed multicams before I left Fort Carson not too long ago. And I remember I'm standing at the clearing SRP site where you clear, and I'm pressed uniform just because it's just the way I was taught,
Right.
And it just looked good. And this dude behind me, the staff sergeant behind me, and is one of his soldiers because he's escorting him. He's like, "Hey, Sergeant, like, did you press your uniform?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did. What's up?" He's like, "Man, that's some old school stuff." I'm like, "Oh, man, I haven't seen that in a long time." I'm like, "Okay." I felt old. I was like, "What? This is normal to me, man. I used to get my face kicked in if I didn't do this shit."
And here's the thing, though, Urena. I mean, but it's okay, but you can see a shift in personal pride and pride in their uniform, the wear and the tie. I think so, bro.
That's no. That's what I'm saying is we came up in a situation where we associate being squared away, being proud of who we are in the military based on our outward appearance, how we present ourselves to other people. That is not the case with today's generation. Today's generation, how they demonstrate their pride and all that stuff
is on TikTok.
Or it could be. No, it could be. It could be. Who's got more followers? That's how you like, hey, I'm proud of my service, follow me on TikTok. Or their work performance, or how they do their jobs, or how they carry themselves when you're talking to them. It's a different kind of squared away.
Gotcha. And all right, so speaking about working and changes that happen within our work environment, Sanchez wanted to come and hit on that about the topic that we discussed about making changes without fucking getting down to the section or squad level. Why aren't we asking the the fucking NCOs, not the lower end
E5 and 6s.
NCOs. E5s and your E6s. Why are they not being put into these loops or into these conversations? So, Sanchez, the floor is yours.
You got 2 minutes.
Okay, I'll be good.
No, for real.
I'll be fast.
The timer's on.
I know, trust me. So, I think it will work, but at the same time, like it doesn't, because sometimes when you need 5v6, you only stuck to your squad or your section, so you don't think about the big picture. So sometimes, like you can tell, hey, we want to make these changes, and it can happen, but I don't think it's a good idea. Like I think Irina said last week, because they don't think about that thing. Like when you become a senior, and especially becoming like staff and stuff, you gotta think of the big pictures. And small pictures at that time doesn't matter. So yeah, it'd be good to ask them, but like this, the survey has to be specifically sitting with them. The person who wants to make the changes. Because I know, for example, I was in E6. There was some people from Foreign Action came to talk to me, and other few E6s about some changes. And now I'm in, and they made the changes. But if you just talk to your sign major and them, they don't listen. You need to bring like people who actually have the power to make the changes, to do the survey.
Okay.
Because if you go to the fucking internet online, you'll make whatever. Like,
and I get that. I guess my argument is, and I understand what you're saying, that they're just looking at the 50-yard fucking Fast Freddy versus going to the 300-yard. I get that. But when you're going to implement a change such as a drastic one, I think at least getting the input to make them feel like their input is worthy. They feel worthy. All right.
Really?
Fuck your feelings.
Feelings, huh? Feelings?
Yes. No, but that's gonna come up on the next motherfucking on the next half. So,
Feelings.
but yeah, we're gonna talk about feelings next. But with
Right,
that
next
said,
half, I'm not going to be able to be here.
all right, how come?
Yeah, man. Like, my son just hit me up. I told him to call me when he.
Oh, you know what? Why am I
got out
saying
of
how
school.
come? I got you, pimp. You good? You good? I'm gonna ask him how come.
Man, fuck your
Like,
son, man. Yeah, this motherfucking podcast, man. Fuck the kids.
Yeah, man, no doubt, man. You have a good one. Well, I'm about to go ahead and send out the new one, so I won't send one out to you then, Hunt. Just send it out to your Arena and Sanchez, and I appreciate y'all, and I'll send you out that link here in about 30 seconds. I'll see you in a few minutes. All right. Hey,
All right,
Hunt,
man.
I
I'll get
appreciate
y'all,
you,
man.
baby.
No problem, man.
All right, Gunline. We're back to part 2 now, and how do y'all think that that first portion went? Let me know what y'all think. Again, right now I'm just waiting for these other knuckleheads to answer. It's only going to be myself, Sanchez, and fucking and Urena. So let me go ahead and send these emails out to them. But yeah, man, what do y'all think? Who do y'all think's next on the death list, man? We've lost Bob Saget. That's America's fucking dad, yo. I guess he's up there with the Cosby, which is America's family, but I don't know. It's crazy, right? Bob Saget, that shit came out of nowhere. So, but whatever. It is what it is. Let me go ahead and send these motherfucking invites out. As they're going out there, I'd like to thank you all still for, if you're still listening to us here. And if you haven't done so yet, go ahead and smash that like button, man. Pound it, hit it, surprise booty rape it. I don't give a fuck. And yeah, subscribe so you know when the new one's coming out. So next on the agenda, we're gonna go ahead and hit up one of the topics that was sent in on the Instagram. Somebody had asked a question regarding it. So we're gonna go ahead and answer that here. I do appreciate y'all. Hey, keep sending in those questions. Keep sending in those comments. Keep sending in anything that y'all want to know about. You know what I'm saying? That's the way that we're gonna be able to grow and become something that can work with you all. You know. So while we wait for Urena to come on, I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story, man. It's been fucking cold out here in Texas. Like really cold, Texas cold, like 30s. All right, at nighttime in the 20s. That's not something I'm used to, y'all. So, anyways, for those that don't know, is I have a My Tushy bidet. All right. So, what is the My Tushy bidet, you ask? It's a bidet. All right. It's a cheap ass bidet. You hook it up to your motherfucking toilet. You turn on the sprayer, and it cleans your asshole. And for ladies, it cleans both holes. But yo, it was. Don't get ahead of me, all right? But it's been cold here lately, pretty fucking cold in Texas, and so I went to the toilet around 3 o'clock in the morning. It was about 26, 28 degrees outside, and I needed to take a shit. So I popped the squat on my toilet and I did my business. And again, I don't use toilet paper anymore. I use a bidet. And
What?
yeah, bro, I got a bidet, bro. I got a My Tushy bidet. That shit is on point. It's on point. But I didn't realize or I forgot that, when it gets cold outside, so do the pipes. And I failed to realize that the pipes in the toilet also come in through the ones on the city. So when I turned my bidet on, I damn near turned my starfish into a fucking frozen starfish. That shit almost felt like I had icicles coming out my goddamn butt. It shit hurt, bro. It was cold. It was like fucking glass shearing in my asshole, bro.
God
It
damn.
hurt, but it cleaned up so well, bro. Like, I mean, there's no cleaner feeling than when you spray that shit on your ass. It cleans it off, bro. It's awesome. And no, this is not a My Tushy commercial. I'm just telling y'all a story in the meantime while Urena got here. Now that Urena's here,
I have one for that. You fucking connect the heater to your fucking shit. The hot water.
what hot water, fool?
The fucking heater from the water here to your fucking toilet shit thingy.
Fool, you wanted to burn my asshole off?
Yeah.
God
Hey,
damn,
either
no
way.
mames.
That's how you get clean.
Hell yeah, right, dude. No, hey, thank God. If you guys ever actually didn't skip through it, cool, man. I appreciate y'all. I just needed to kill some time before Urena got here. We got about another 20 minutes on this podcast. If y'all could just bear with me, we'll push on through. We had a question come in from the Instagrams. All right, we had somebody reach out to us and wanted to know what were our thoughts on working with or partnering with the ANA, or those that didn't partner with the ANA with the IA. And so Sanchez, I think I don't know how many deployments you got in after our first one, or if that was your only one. I'm not sure. But okay, so did you work with the IA?
Nope. I work with fucking National Guards, with Air Force, the Navy, Marines.
And what about you, Urena? Did you ever have any experience with the IAs?
Yeah, we had like when we lived in a outpost, we had like a platoon of I think they were Kurdish soldiers that came down, and they stayed with us in our building, in our house with us. They took 2 of the bedrooms in the house, and then we had the rest of the house and stuff. So they lived right like with us. They'd cook behind us, and we'd give them some MREs because we got tired of eating fucking Pop-Tarts and shit. And MREs, we'd trade them, and they'd give us like rice and chicken, or they'd go with us on a patrol to pick up some chicken down the road, so we get some like different food or whatever. But yeah, we worked together all the time.
Word. Okay, but just to be fair, all right, there is a big fucking difference between the Kurds and the motherfucking IAs. The Kurds are the Peshmerga. Those motherfuckers don't play, and they're our homies. The IAs, I'll tell you what, when on my second deployment in Mosul, it seemed every time we got fucked up, the IA just happened to conveniently disappear. Both the IAs and IPs. And just to put it in perspective, for those that don't know what IA and IP is the Iraqi police and the Iraqi army. And those motherfuckers just conveniently, whenever we got hit, boom, motherfuckers were disappearing. And then they come back after the firefight. You know what I'm saying? Or they come back after the boom. So that one was kind of suspect. And I don't trust them. I never did trust them at all. I mean, I gave some a level of respect, but I don't know that I could fully trust them. Could you? Kurds, I think I could trust, just because they're more westernized, and even I guess our Terps. Going back to Sanchez, back in the day, even our Terps, like I didn't know if we could trust all of them. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I don't know. They're probably 2 or 3 maybe that we did. You know, especially that the hot girl. What's her name? Gina?
Jenny.
Oh yeah.
Jenny has some big old titties. Dude, Jenny has some big old titties. She was from Syria. Humongous fucking titties, bro. Oh my God. Anyway, but yeah, that was my experience with them. I never trusted them, never liked them. And then I went to train them in Afghanistan. When I say train them, I say, God damn, you learn more in 1 day of AIT than they did in 3 fucking months of, or whatever it was of us teaching them. Because the D30 is a very simplistic fucking howitzer. Very simple. They call it a fucking mortar. But we're trying to teach them how to use a collimator for this D30, all right? Bro, they couldn't get the concept of, you know, of this shape matches this shape. Because it's not like the collimator that we have that has the V 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going like that. It's very different. And anyways, they couldn't understand that concept. They thought they just had to put it back to the center of the collimator. I don't know how many times motherfuckers shot out. That wasn't my fucking responsibility anymore. Dude, we F-cat these goddamn guns. I'll tell you what they did have. The D30 had a very beautiful, accurate motherfucking direct fire scope. That bitch was on point, bro. That shit, woo, loved it. But working with them, training them, some of them acted retarded. I'm sorry, some of them acted slow so that they wouldn't be placed on the fucking gun. Like they'd rather just be humping rounds versus actually, you know, moving the wheels and shit. And then not only that, I had half a section that spoke Pashto and the other one that spoke Dari. Yeah, explain that, okay? My Terp only spoke motherfucking Dari, I think it was. Then he fucking explained it to one, and one kind of knew a little bit of Pashto. So one of them would talk in Pashto to the other one who knew Dari. It was fucking weird. It was like a goddamn scene out of I Love Lucy, bro. You know, where one's interpreting for the other who's interpreting for the other. It was awful. At the end of the day, I thought they were good to go. Go fucking save your country. You know what I'm saying? But can somebody explain to me why in the fuck we taught them how to do reciprocal lay? Anybody? Nope. So for those that don't know what reciprocal laying is, let's just say there's math involved. Okay. And you subtract the azimuth from the measured azimuth. I'll leave it at that. All right. These motherfuckers could not do that, bro.
Because they don't go to school. You need to learn that. Like, you know, they don't go to school. They're like people like in, you know, like Central South America, that some kids don't go to school. They only go probably first, second, third grade. Even now in Mexico, I know like a couple of people, they only go to 5th grade and they quit.
I
like,
get that.
After that, like,
and I get that. And I'm not going to teach them reciprocal fucking lay. I'll teach them, look, man, you put the fucking round in here, you fucking pull the lanyard, boom. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got to do. But no, the guy that we had as Mike Golf wanted to teach him reciprocal fucking lay. And I think all of us Chiefs were like,
he's probably a dumbass. He didn't know shit.
He was a dumbass. He was a huge dumb. He's a chief warrant officer now. Hopefully he's retired. But yeah, he's a retard. Oh God. If you do, his name is Atchison. His name is Atchison. Okay. No. But anyway, yeah, dude. I just wanted to tell that quick story about working with the ANA. I never trusted him. I don't know if you like with the Kurds. Did you ever feel any mistrust with the Kurds at all?
Nah, we didn't think about it because they were Kurds. They're like because they were plucked from their home region and were isolated with us. We trusted them because of that. We didn't have to worry about them like killing us and then sneaking off because they were far from home. We'd get them if something happened.
Dude, you know what's a trip is? I remember when we were going to Kurdistan one time, the IAs were our escorts, again with the fucking IA. But once we got to that motherfucking border, the Peshmerga was like, all right, this is about as far as those motherfuckers go. You know what I'm saying? So they had to wait there and then go back to a small little cop that was down the road while we went into over there and went and bought some alcohol and you know, did our thing. I loved it out there, man. It's a crazy thing how such a small border per se makes such a big impact, bro. You saw girls in jeans, makeup, dressed like, Westerners. You know what I mean? Versus,
Look at Mexico, U.S., man.
yes, it's like crossing San Isidro into TJ. Yes,
So
you go,
different.
you go from seeing a little American Mexican in McDonald's right there at the San Isidro trolley station, and then you cross and you're going over the fucking bridge, and you got little dirty hands saying chiclets. You know what I'm saying? It's that much of an impact. It really is. Or like when you look from El Paso over to fucking the Mexico side, it's crazy.
Yeah, I got in trouble. I know. I remember those. When I get in trouble, El Paso.
Dude, fucking El Paso. What is it? You were stationed out there, no?
Yeah.
No, I mean,
I was.
oh, he was.
Yeah.
Fuck that. It was
Yeah.
fucking desert. There's nothing there. Fuck that.
What do you say?
Well,
Jurgen?
for hood, I mean, it's my fourth time. So
So was there anything good in El Paso?
Fuck. No, man.
girls?
Let's just say this, right? If you're of a person of my complexion, despite what the Facebook post said before, where I looked lighter than I was, that was a filter, dude. But if you're of my complexion and you speak Spanish, you are part of the 90% of the population. Nobody wants shit to do with you. Nothing special about you. Like it's like you're just another guy, right?
Right.
If
So
you're
you
the
felt at
10%.
home.
Yeah, but if you're trying to like say, because I was single at the
Oh.
time, so if you're trying to meet somebody, you could take home to mom and stuff, make tortillas together and all that stuff. You
Right.
can't do it because they don't want you, even though you're in the military and you're supposed to be like, oh, cool. No, they don't
Right.
want you, man. They want the other 10%.
They want fucking.
So with that one, so it depends on like, do you know how to dance Spanish music, Mexican music, bachata, merengue, ranchera, all that shit? That counts a lot.
Yeah, it does, and that'll take you a long way too. But the moment somebody comes in with like blue eyes or whatever, you might as well
Right.
just you don't.
If your name is
exist.
Brad,
You don't even exist anymore.
Yeah,
Like, it was bad.
they want a Skylar.
Yeah, it was
You
bad.
know.
They want to clean up the gene pool in their family line and stuff.
Wow.
They don't want a brown baby coming out, man.
So they want a white guy.
Yeah, but the cool thing is though the reverse. So like the reverse happened though. So like
You get
I mean,
the white girls come to you.
yeah, that's the cool part. But you're competing against like a million other dudes though too for that.
Right. Well, I think you got a good point there. I mean, especially since white girls to me are my kryptonite. That's always been my kryptonite is white girls. Is because, and I've explained this many a times, I grew up in South Central LA where there was nothing but blacks and Mexicans. So to me, the first teacher crush I ever had, her name was Miss Boren. I still remember her to this day. She had green eyes, red hair, gorgeous. I mean, God, I wanted to bust a nut in that ass, but I was only about 12, 13 years old, and possibly something that could have happened, but I would have kept my mouth shut, unlike these kids nowadays. But anyways, with that said, it was like, what's the word I'm looking for? It was like an exotic thing, seeing white people, porque they were either cops or teachers. You know what I'm saying? That's all they were to me. And TV stars, because that's all I ever saw on TV. And so that's where my crush for my preference for white people came from,
So mine is different. Mine was so different. I came in to Galveston for like a few months, and after that I moved to a small town in Texas, a small town's country.
Yeah.
You know everybody. And we were like only like 11 Mexicans and like a couple Vietnamese and like probably like 10 to 15 black people, but everyone was white.
So see,
and that's
you
why
were the
reason
exotic
I like
one.
white girls, because I saw nothing white girls.
See,
but they're like,
yeah, I just like white girls, dude. That's just my preference, and nothing against black girls. It's just that I grew up around hood black girls, and they ruined it for all the black girls, because girls that are black from the hood have a very if it's a stereotype, it's because there's some truth to it. Let's just say that. All right. But anyways, I don't know where I was going with this story. Oh, yeah, we're talking about white people in El Paso. So there's white people in El Paso. Do they act like little like Mexican cholitas? That's a turn on to me, bro. When they start talking like with a little bit of slang in there, trying to say like they say tortillas, trying to get the Mexican in there, but they're not really Mexican. That's a turn on to me.
I didn't have a good time, man. It was it was a bad time.
It was a bad time.
I didn't like the city. I didn't like the Mexican food there because it wasn't the same. It was like I thought it was like beneath
Substandard.
Yeah,
Because we're used to Cali food.
Yeah,
and
man.
Cali is better than Mexican food from Mexico. I'm just saying.
Hell
Cali
no.
Mexican. Oh, Cali Mexican food is better than Texas.
No.
Because I remember
Texas,
Fuck
same thing.
look, Texas food is Texas food. There's nothing.
Yeah.
It's Texican. All right, Tex-Mex is just its own genre, bro. Porque everything in Texas is supposed to be better and bigger, right? It's supposed to be bigger.
Bigger.
Why do they make fucking tiny tamales? Why? Here in San Antonio, I can buy a dozen, all right, and eat them like fucking lumpias from goddamn Philippines. They're finger foods, bro.
Because they have to appeal to the American palate. That's why
Texas.
Tex-Mex exists. Tex-Mex exists because Mexican food was too Mexican food for the American taste buds. So they had to like change it up. They had to fry up the tortillas. They had to add cheese, a lot of fucking cheese to like a lot of the plates and dishes and stuff.
Yeah.
Things that would like bring down the spice a little bit. It looks spicy, but you got to bring it down. So like mainstream Tex-Mex, the kind that you see like at like big restaurants and stuff, that's more Americanized. You can find legit Tex-Mex the way it's supposed to taste if you go to like a mom and pop place that's owned by like actual Hispanic people and stuff. That tastes like actual like it's pretty good, but
you know what?
Majority is not good.
Now that I got two Mexicans here, let me ask y'all something.
Three.
Why the fuck do y'all think y'all better than everybody else? Than every other Latino cooking out there? Y'all understand, right? That you're the same fucking Eurotrash and Indian that Salvies are too, right? I'm Salvadoreño. That's right. I'm saying it. I'm pulling it out, baby. I'm bringing it up. Why
Keep
is
your clothes on.
that y'all motherfuckers from Mexico think that you're better than every other Latino? I need to know.
I go first
Go ahead.
because we got everything.
What do you mean you got? What do you mean you got everything? Like what?
We got la playas with a desert. We got tequila.
What's that got to do with being? Well,
Tortilla.
you guys don't say I'm.
We
you don't say you're Latino. You don't
like we
say
had
you're
the
Hispanic.
most-
You say I'm
the hell no.
Mexican. I'm Mexican.
We had the
Bitch.
most famous food in the world.
Again. Spain, Indio, together, Mexican. Maybe
We got
some
the most-
French in there.
We got the most dialects.
Again, Eurotrash, Indian, together, Mexican, Colombian, Central American, same shit. But no, I'm Mexican. I'm Mexican. I stab you.
Name
Oh,
name a musician from Guatemala.
I'm not
Exactly.
Guatemalan.
Yeah, I know, but exactly, right? So they're not
They were
important.
from El Salvador.
Yeah, name one from El Salvador. Musician.
I don't listen to Spanish music like that.
Can you name one
Oh,
from
he does.
Mexico?
I could name.
He said. He said
Okay, so here's the thing though.
Yeah.
I grew up around Mexicans though. I grew up thinking I was Mexican. So there's a difference there. I thought I was Mexican until I was about 12 years old. All right. So there's a difference. There's a big difference. But that's that. You know,
But yeah, I think it's like this is with everybody else. You know, like
it's a tribal thing, I think.
It's a tribal. It's like everybody, and then I think because I think like a lot of people don't like Mexicans, like like Central South Americans, is because it's close to the U.S. and I think that's why they hate Mexico.
No,
And that's why-
you
that's
know
why they
why
hate
people.
Mexico.
You know why they hate
That's why
Mexico.
they hate Mexico.
I'll tell you why they hate Mexico. Because when they were coming from south of Mexico to the U.S., they would get shit on by Mexicans, like literally treated like shit, beat up, murdered. So I mean, and I get it.
Worry about it.
And I get it. But here's the thing. I think at the same time, though, I think it's like a rivalry, kind of like military branches. We all talk shit about each other, but when we come together as one group, we'll fuck y'all up. You know what I'm saying? We will beat the shit out of you. And I'm waiting to see what my 23andMe results are. You know, I can't wait to see those.
Are they coming yet?
You gotta find out you're Cuban.
By Cuban, are you trying to say black?
No.
Oh,
Because Cubans are Spaniard and fucking Indian. Same thing.
it's a Caribbean country, man.
Yes. Okay. But what is it? Spaniard
Mestizo.
and Indian.
Africa.
Mestizo.
Okay. You could throw some African in there because of the slave trade. So, yo soy
Yeah,
mestizo. I'm proud of being mestizo. Yo no soy Latino, no soy Hispano.
No, you're not. You're not mestizo either. You're fucking Mayan because your family is from South America. So the Mayans conquered.
Okay.
That's
Soy mestizo. You know what a mestizo is? Es una mezcla de centroamericano o de indio, centroamericano, y de europeo. Eso for
So
my
Mayan.
English speakers. For my
Oh,
English
So
speakers.
Mayan, right?
I hope they give you.
Mayan,
I hope they
Pipil.
give you some like off the wall country like Guyana.
Dude,
Like
so my
Belize.
parents found this shit on their property. All right. This is like old indigenous shit that they found.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? And
No, or Mecca.
so, oh, dude, according to the black folks, they're the real.
No.
Yeah, they're the Olmecs and the Toltecs, bro. That's them.
No, so actually, I like to watch all that shit. So they just found a city around the Chile Peru borders.
Word.
That like new pyramids, and they're older than the fucking Egyptians and all that shit.
Dude, here's one thing I've brought up a couple of times. All right, our people, the Indios that came south, like in Mexico and down south.
Yeah,
I think
they
we
come
were
from
the
North
smarter
America.
ones. I think we were the smarter ones. Porque I'm just saying, we didn't stay in the fucking flatlands of the US.
yeah.
How many pyramids have you found out in the middle of fucking Kansas? I'll wait.
I really hope you're Filipino, man. I really hope you get like some
Dude, have you
off-the-wall
seen
country.
what fucking salvies look like? Like if you go to El Salvador, not even El
Yeah.
Salvador, go to fucking southern Mexico.
Guatemala.
Yeah, Guatemala is in Sur Mexico. Like all the Indian folks that were here before the Spaniards came, bro, they look fucking Filipino. They literally look like they fucking got a boat from the Philippines and came straight to Mexico and then migrated south.
Where do you think the Spanish went after they left here, or like the South? Did like the Spanish went to the Philippines, right?
Es que este güey no me está entendiendo, ¿verdad? No me
No,
está
but I'm
entendiendo.
saying you're saying that they look like Filipinos, but why isn't it the other way around? Why isn't it that the
Because
Filipinos
the
look
Indians
like
were here first. And then the Spaniards came. Right. And then they moved to the Philippines. Right.
So
So
they
you're
look
saying-
like
You say that they look like us. No, because if you've been to Asia, fool.
yeah, but the Philippines, come on, man.
Filipinos might as there are distant cousins, bro.
Yeah.
There are distant cousins.
They are, because I know when I was in Korea. Well, both times I'm in Korea. All the UC girls, they were like, "Are you Filipino?" Like,
No, they
It
just
was so
wanted
fun.
that green card from you, fool.
No. I was like,
Dude.
no.
So I don't even know where we were going with this, but now that we're here,
I gotta go. In
you gotta
3
go right
minutes.
now.
In 3 minutes. I got
All
3
right.
minutes.
3 minutes. 3 minutes. All right, we got 3 more minutes and we'll call it a day. We got a couple of things I wanted to touch up on. I guess we're not gonna get to them today, but with that said, we'll just leave it there, man. So with that said, make sure you use a bidet only during warm weather. Let us know what's the slang and jargon you all use in your fucking day-to-day. Let us know what leaders you emulate. And let us know, am I wrong for thinking that these raggedy ass uniforms have led to the downfall of our military? Because it all starts with you. If you look good, you feel good. You feel good, you'll have a positive attitude. You have a positive attitude, you'll fucking work harder. You work harder, you look better, you feel better. It's like a wildfire, man. It spreads. But if you look like you just fucking ragtag piece of shit that just got ate up and chewed out and rolled out of bed, picked it out of the goddamn dryer, put it on, you're
I think also, so that one, I think like Urena said earlier, you got to own, when you watch the room, you need to own the room. Like if there's somebody, like I said, like if I go to your house
Mhm.
and like if I want to be like remember, I'm gonna own your house at the moment where I'm there. And that's what you like how you do it. Like in the office, when I go anywhere, or somebody says that a lot, my somebody, and when they walk to the room, they know that we there, like we own the room. We don't give a fuck who anybody else there. We own it because that's our fucking. It's not ours, but it's ours at the moment.
Then leaders need to fucking start dressing like that so they can be emulated by the younger soldiers. All right, y'all. Hey, man, thanks a lot for being on here, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, Sanchez, for being here. We'll get you back on again. Like I said, we'll get you on, man. I'm gonna start dropping more episodes again for the Shoot the Shits. I'm building up a list. If you guys want to join me on the Shoot the Shit episode, reach out to me at onthegunline@gmail.com. Reach out to me on the DMs on both Facebook, Instagram, Tickety Talks. Hit me up on there and we'll make something happen. We'll have a Shoot the Shit episode. We'll just do an interview and kick back and learn about you. All right. Thanks for everything. Urena, as always, thank you for being here. Sanchez, Hunt.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
You would have been here. Not a problem, brother. Y'all be safe. Love, peace, and hair grease. Rounds complete. End the mission. Gunline out. Bye, motherfuckers.